don't know the law. Yeah, there's laws. You shouldn't be trying to steal my house. Yes,
right.
you are.
How about that? A squatter standoff. A property owner confronts a group of people she says moved into her $1 million home in Queens. And our cameras were rolling as dozens of officers showed up.
Several people were taken away in handcuffs, and one of those arrested may surprise you.
Investigative reporter Dan Kraus joins us now with more on what happened. Tell us, Dan.
Well, this is a very big growing problem. I received dozens of tips from viewers about this in just the past week. I went to do what I thought was going to be a routine interview. Instead, we capture what police and property owners are dealing with on a daily basis.
Daily.
I have video of you. Who are these people? Out the situation. Yeah, but they're in my house, man. Relax. No.
To understand how this day ended,
We need the police right away.
with multiple 911 calls and arrests, we have to start at the beginning. Adele, the hardest question is, how do you say your name? We met Adele Andaloro outside the home her parents left her in Flushing, Queens. She's in the process of selling it.
No, he locked it.
But she's been locked out. She claims squatters moved in on February 6th and refused to leave. What's it like being here knowing you can't go inside of your own home?
It's enraging. It really
Wow.
In New York, squatters have rights after 30 days.
is. By the
Squatters'
time
rights.
that someone does their investigation and they do their work and their job, we'll be well over the 30 days, and this man will have stolen my home. And now she's back.
Just after wrapping up our interview, a woman showed up. What are you doing in the house? Are you renting this house? Why are you here? She unlocked the front door, saw our cameras, and took off.
It's open. Let's go in the house. It's open.
Adele and her daughter, with the property deed in hand, went inside.
This is my furniture. These are my curtains.
She didn't just find her belongings inside.
There's a man sleeping right there. Get out of my house.
She found two men. How long have you lived here?
I moved in about 2 days ago.
They've called the police on me, and I've called the locksmith.
Wow.
I didn't come in illegally. The door was open.
Police started interviewing neighbors and looking for documents.
Do you have something that shows that you've been here for more than 30 days?
They took the man who told me he had been renting for 2 days out in handcuffs.
They got one out.
And escorted the other guy off the property.
Get him the fuck out of here.
I'm not coming out. This house is empty. This is my home. My locksmith is on the corner waiting to change my locks. And it's not fair.
It's not.
It's not fair that I, as the homeowner, should be having to go through this.
How you doing?
Minutes later,
right.
a locksmith showed up, but police gave her a warning before they left.
I may end up in handcuffs today if this man shows up here and says that I have illegally evicted him.
That's
I said
crazy.
to them, let him take me to court
Right.
the way I've been told to take him to court.
Yeah.
But today, I'm not leaving my house.
That's
Less
right.
than 10 minutes after police left and the locks were changed,
Oh, he bold.
the man who claims to be the one actually leasing the house shows up.
Call the police again.
With the other guy, police took off the property.
Do you see this? This guy just literally broke down my door, broke through myself and my daughter to get in here. This guy just forced himself into my house. Yes, he did. And so did you.
This
You
motherfucker
broke
too.
through the front door.
The man called the police on her.
So why is it that I have to leave and he doesn't have to leave?
Because
Right.
technically he can't be kicked out. We need to go to court.
They consider this a landlord-tenant issue. And by law, it has to be handled through the housing court, not with police. If you own this house,
Government.
you would not want her inside.
I don't own it.
Exactly,
Yes.
she does.
Yes, but then once again, you should know how the law works.
I do know how it
There's-
works.
There's rules to the. As you got to go to court and send me to civil court.
He says he signed a lease in October, but wouldn't tell us with who.
Yeah,
got
with who?
proof.
Who signed you to leave?
Show
if
us
you
the
don't own it?
proof.
But who are you for me to show? I showed it to cops.
Dan with Channel 7 News. If you don't want to show it, you don't want to show it.
Cool. Come here, brother. I like that.
I would like to see it. He didn't show me a lease. This is a bill.
This is-
A bill for work he says he had done to the house. He didn't show police a lease either.
The police
He
department
ain't got
doesn't have
no
a lease.
No.
He's got no documentation.
Just bills.
So Adele, you're getting arrested right now?
Being arrested
For what?
Wow.
for being in my own home.
And where's your lease?
She's fighting the house. It's not her house anymore.
My deed
That's
is
what I was
current
told
and
already.
legal.
Arrested for unlawful eviction. She changed the locks on a man who claims he lives there. So how does this all end then? When do you
Yeah,
leave?
how does this
It's-
end?
It's either she pays me my money that I put into the house, pay me the money, and I'll leave, or send me to court and we deal with the judge in court. It's that simple.
It's not that simple. It's a long process. Eviction can take close to 2 years to complete.
So obviously, Solutionary's like, come on. I'm not a fan of a back to blue ass person, and these are reasons why. I hear the argument of these are the rules, but at a certain point, someone that's supposed to be an authority is supposed to use some sort of brain in this scenario. Somebody is supposed to say, this person has documentation that they own the house, the deed, the current deed that she has. And the other person is saying, yo, I live here, that cannot produce a lease, did not produce a lease to the police, did not produce a lease to the news camera crew. At a certain point, law enforcement officers are supposed to say, you gotta go, or back out of the situation completely. If it turns into something else, if she defends her home with a firearm, oh shit, can't, because it's fucking New York, right? This is why I can't put full stock into law enforcement in the state. I can't, as much as I want to support law enforcement, especially like homicide detectives that find people that have killed people and bring them to justice, I can't write this blanket statement or blank check because of things like this. These are still law enforcement officers that will enforce this type of thing. You have the owner of the home, the actual owner. She changes the lock. Somebody breaks in. She is arrested based on that's the rules. Guys, this is why understanding imminent threat is important. This is why your home security is important. This is why civics is important. All classes that we give at the Solutionary Center as well as online. There's no more time and reason for y'all to talk about why you haven't taken the course yet. The course is $20. Imagine you come home and you see that. Imagine she's out of town, she's helping family members in a different part of the country, comes back day 31 and this person is here. Let's say she comes home at night. Does she know how to deal with that? Does she know how to engage law enforcement, even if she unfortunately had to stop the threat that would be in her house? All of these are questions that we go over in these classes. This is the importance of civics. Knowing what to do and what not to do, and potentially moving from states like this or overturning the rules in states like this are important components that we as Americans, as humans, need to know. Solutionaryuniversity.org. Register for these classes, y'all. This is not like some random thing. As we heard in the actual newscast, this is something that people in certain portions of even that state alone are dealing with every single day. Solutionaryuniversity.org. Sign up for the classes, tap in. Tell me what you think in the comment sections. Is she wrong? Are law enforcement officers wrong? Are the squatters wrong? Do you believe in squatters' rights? Comment all of that below. Go over to solutionaryuniversity.org, register for the class. You don't have any other type of justification or excuse to not put the information in your mind. We go over securing your house and things of that nature. That type of random stuff is only random to the victim. And unfortunately, in this scenario, the owner of this home, this $1 million home, is the victim. Solutionaryuniversity.org. My name is Maj Toure, the founder of Solutionary University. Hope to see you in class. Be safe, be solutionary.